Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. Empty hearts and neon lights, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. I hate all this overthinking. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started. Get me out of now. To where we started. Stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home.
About fixing it now. Hello. I should be audible now. Dang it, ODS. Hello. We're almost ready in fixing this whole mess. It did not. It threw me a curveball. It does that. It's fun. It's wonderful. Keeps me on my toes. I love it. All right. At least I can be heard now, which is good. If I... How rude. How incredibly rude. Where's Spotify? There. You need to be there. Fair. Indeed. Okay, well that seems to work. Very good. Is the music still audible? Just as a final check. Good. Very good. Well, everything's audible. We're good. We're fine. All right. I'm gonna try this thing again because I was doing the super cool intro and nobody heard it, so I'm gonna have to do it again. Very nice. Let me also say that I am live, because I didn't do that yet because everything went to shit. And if anything goes to shit, you don't want to be live. Well. Right. So, what are we doing today? I am going to try to build a thing based on Twilio, and I have a reason for that. So, I was looking at a video about a big battle in the Sea of Thieves universe because there's some really interesting lines in it. It's fine. I don't necessarily need it. It's fine. I'll make do. It's completely fine. I got inspired by one of the lines that Flameheart says in a Sea of Thieves battle. If you take it out of context, it's very funny. I'm gonna pause music here for a second so I can show that off. I was doing it before, but then you guys just heard them out of context in the wrong way, and it didn't make any sense. So let's try this again. The line that got me to thinking about doing this project was this one. A bit louder than that. It's just going, I don't understand, because he's losing and everything's going to shit and he doesn't like it. So he's going, I don't understand how this is possible. But I'm just literally clipping the last bit of that where he goes, too many losses, I don't understand. And I was like, wait a minute, what if we take that? Like, don't you hate these customer service bots where like you need to talk to like this chatbot first before it does anything useful, and then when you say something it doesn't like, it goes like, well, I didn't get that, can you rephrase that? And I was like, wait a second, we could make that more fun. We could make a phone thing that does that, but in a way more fun way. So I went go and look in the video, and I went to go look at the video, and I was just gonna see if I could find some more voice lines of that same character to see if we could like pad it out a little bit. So we got a couple. We have like a handful, and yeah, a couple. One is that's very meme worthy. One that's just like a really fun little twist on things, and I'm gonna see if I can like make them into a fun little number that people can call up and have a conversation with this person ish. It'll mostly be TTS because obviously he only has so many voice lines, and it would be very, very boring otherwise. But yeah, how about it, Flameheart? You gonna help me with this? Well, tell me how you really feel. Okay. So Twilio is a thing you need to sign up for. They do like you to pay, but you do get like free credit if you know where to look. So I set up a number, and we're gonna see if we can make it do something fun. We're gonna have to use Skype for that because honestly, I was looking into how we would best do this, and Skype was the best option. And I didn't think I would ever say that, but Skype was the best option for this particular occasion. I'm sad that happened. Yes, I couldn't quickly find, like, there used to be these big VoIP services that you could just get an account for and then have like X amount of free minutes. Yes, I shall. I'll probably uninstall Skype after this, but yes, I had it. It worked, and I was like, okay, well, you're gonna get stuff happen. So that was strange. I just need to make sure that you guys can hear Skype. Let me just do that real quick. The music can come back now. I'm done showing off stupid voice clips. Obviously, these are going to be going over a phone, so it'll be a little bit hard to hear. Never! And yeah, we'll have to see to what degree we can do it. But it's gonna be fun. We're just gonna see how well and how far we get. Oh dear. Okay, this is the microphone. Yeah, this is the microphone, and of course it's automatically changing my microphone. Let's turn that bullshit off because of course we don't want that. And the speaker should be on. Oh, that's noise cancellation. Oh my dear, Skype. Just give me where I can change my. Here we are. Okay. We'll set that to be the game. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna just only be showing my code editor for this particular one because the little bit of command line stuff that I have to do is not really all that interesting, and I don't want to show my browser because I'm gonna have to deal with dashboards and things like that, which I really don't need to see on stream. This is where I find out that my screen isn't showing, but that's fine. We'll see. All right, get this going. So we're just gonna start out with something simple. We're just gonna have it say a greeting to the caller. So it's gonna be fun. Skype is awful. It is so annoying to do anything with, and the only thing it does well is the one thing I need it to be good at, which is calling United States numbers for free if they're in a particular like area codes and things like that, which is exactly what this does. So that's really fun. Let's have a look-see here. We're going to have to, yeah, my Skype balance wasn't even touched, so let's start with a simple thing. I'm gonna make the music a bit quieter because it's kind of loud for me. It's probably not for you guys, but I do need to hear my speech. So there we go. It's gonna be just hanging out in the background. The first thing we're going to need to do is to have like a sanity check. So I'm just gonna make in my head thing here. We have a couple of what we have in the file at the moment for the people who can't see the screen, and that is hopefully not everybody. Given last time I did this, the screen was black for half an hour. We have this. Oh, I need to slow that down. Actually, Skype for Business. Microsoft internship memories are coming back. Dear, oh dear. I will use a different voice and a different rate for this so people can actually hear it that are not blind focos. What? TSD? I'm confused. What? Oh, well, that's what I heard.
App.py fire.
Hello, Joey. How you doing?
Pitch raid
Slow this down a bit.
raid forward.
That's too slow.
Raid 55. From import.
I did mishear it. I'll go have to look in Firebot to see what you said now.
Speech mode off.
Your stupid space. PTSD. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I got you. PTSD from the Skype from the Microsoft folks. I mean, it was a bit of a culture shock. Lol. Let's have a look. So we got a couple of imports. This is just a single Python file. I'm not going to go all software architecture on you guys for this one. It's going to just be a little bit of fun.
Speech mode.
What I did before to prepare for this is I set up Python to have access to Twilio's stuff, which is just pip install Twilio, and then I set up ngrok so we can expose our port to the internet without having to set up a whole entire server, which no. So that's the only things I did to start off with, and I set up a bit of a skeleton using Flask, because Flask is great for this kind of thing, to have something to talk to Python-wise. So literally all this has is a bunch of imports.
From Flask import Flask. Request. Session. Import Twilio. From Twilio.rest import client.
That's just a request client thing.
From Twilio.twiml.voice response import voice response.
So that's the fun part of Twilio. So it has a thing called TwyML or TWIML. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. It's a Twilio markup language, and it lets you essentially write up a bunch of XML to make the phone do things. You can make it play sounds, say words in certain languages. You can have it gather DTMF tones or speech from the user. You can redirect it to places. It's a lot of fun. So obviously you can use this to make the regular, very boring. If you need help with your toaster, key 1. If you do not need help with your toaster, why are you here? Bullshit. But we're going to make it a lot more fun. We're going to actually do speech recognition. And I'm not sure if you guys have heard these things before. Like, have I ever worked with like speech recognition on customer service lines? They're kind of shit. So I'm really curious how well this will work, because I've heard this be really bad, and I'm wondering if the Twilio one is any better. I have not tested this. It's going to be a bit of a blind playthrough in that regard. We're going to see what else is in here.
From Twilio import Twiml.
So we get Twiml.
From Twilio.
I don't actually know if we need that. I was really hurriedly putting this together last night to do a test.
Import OS.
We have OS to get the environment variables, because I'm not showing you guys my auth token and my SID.
Blank.
You are a toaster.
App blank.
Okay.
App equals Flask name.
Yeah, no, we're not, because then people could literally just flood my everything, and we're not doing that. So no, that's not happening.
Dot secret key equals.
Secret key is just literally me mashing the keyboard for a couple of seconds. It's just a random number of characters.
Account sid equals os.environ.get Twilio sid.
So yeah.
Auth client equals.
Let's see. We got this working.
Blank. Client.
And then we just make a client that has these things in it.
Blank.
And that's really all we are doing so far. So we need to start with a sanity check to make sure everything works, because this can be kind of finicky. It took me about half an hour to do last night to get like a simple spray and play sound file and a speech thing to work. So I'm just gonna make a route here.
Route.
Yep.
App.py editor has auto rule str rule. The URL rule string dot decorate a view function to register it with the given URL rule and options. Calls add URL rule, which has more details about the implementation.
Sure, I don't care. That's a little type hint from Visual Studio. Thank you for that. We will use /test for this. /test.
Right parent. T, comma, space.
And there's a bit of a thing with the way this works on the Twilio side that I don't quite understand, so I'm probably overdoing this a little bit. But I'm going to give this a method of post, just so it has it. Let's see, method. I also have a couple of references open, so I can like refer to them, because, you know, that's what references are for. They they allow you to reference things. This bit, you can just give it a method parameter, which we will do. Nope. It does not seem to like me doing that. Let's see what happened. Oh dear. That is not what I meant to do. All the error noises. Love it. Let's try this again. Yeah, I did not copy the right thing. Oh, I see what happened. So this is a programming stream, so there's going to be a lot of, oh, I see what happened. This is just, that's just part of the game, I guess. Control C, please. Give me the actual thing. There we go. And paste it in there. There we go. So now the final line looks like the following.
Route/test methods equals post.
And we're getting an error on that. Let's see why.
Showing one problems tree view.
Error generated by Pylands. Expected function or class declaration after decorator. Yeah, I mean, yes, Python, I'm getting to it, okay? Give me a second. It's literally saying, hey, you're talking about a thing that you haven't made yet. I'm working on it. I'm writing it as we speak, you stupid thing. All right, let's make a dev test. Dev test. To make it happy. Yes, yes, blah. Okay, there we go. Now, we have a dev test. That's my test. We need to first make a voice response. Let's do that first. Resp equals voice.
Suggest list.
I'm very curious how it will go. I have not done this before. Also, welcome in. Hello. I gotta make I think you're sighted. Can you see the screen?
Blank.
Can you? Ah, that's unfortunate. All right, that's fine. I'm pretty sure it's visible, but I've been wrong before, so we'll see. So far, so good. We have a resp equals voice response. It has brackets in it. It's because it's making an object, so that's fine.
Blank.
And now this resp is pretty cool because it gives us the power of the TWIML voice response classes, which lets us do things like this.
P add child.
Like we can go.
Not select. Not connect. Not select.
That's all good.
Dial not.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a screen going pretty much the entire time, unfortunately. So I can dial numbers through this. I can echo things. I can
gather. Not hang up.
Gather. I can hang up.
Leave. Not select. Map. Not select. Name. Not select. Nest. Not pause. Not pay. Not select. Play. Not selected.
I can pay, play, and prompt.
Q. Not record. Not redirect. Not refer. Not reject. Not say. Not SMS. Not say.
We want to say for now. Let's just say. So we have resp.say left paren.
Message. Any none equals none.
This is going to be a Twilio phone number, so I'm essentially making a bot using some of the flameheart lines from the Sea of Thieves. There's like a big battle where he has a bunch of really cool voice lines that I'm seeing if I can incorporate rather into a Twilio number. So in a second here, what I'm doing right now is I'm starting just a regular, hey, this says something when you call it thing. And then once that's done, we're going to see if we can call it from Skype and see if we can hear our message that we put in. What shall we say? Hello. Hello. What shall we do? Let's make it a British thing, because why not? Hello. Subject of the crown.
Subjects. Crown. Right paren. Quote. Space.
I am not British, no.
Any none equals none. Voice. Voice to use. Create A and LT say and GT. Element. The RAM message. Message to say. The RAM voice. Voice to use. The RAM loop. Times to loop message. The RAM language. Message language. The RAM quarks. Additional.
So yeah, what you can hear is it gives us little hints about what parameters we can use here. We'll use language and set it to NGB. Language equals.
Language. Any none.
Language equals N-GB. All right. I want to save that.
Space.
And now our sanity check is pretty much done. We have what we need. We just need to return something, otherwise it's going to get mad at us. So
Star on title.
Let me look at my little example that I built last night. I do appreciate that, Wertner. Thank you so much for the follow. There was an audio notification that you probably couldn't hear. I'm actually going to sort that out real quick because that's gonna get annoying. I'm gonna quickly put Spotify on a different slider so I can make that not happen anymore. Just a moment here while I sort it out. Tokyo. Yeah, okay, that's the one. We'll put that at here. Oh, rude, it's doing this. Okay. Yeah, so last night I made a thing that essentially played as a sanity test for myself. I made sure that I could even actually show you guys this. I made a thing and it worked and I was happy and I went to sleep because it was tired and it was late. I wanted to see if I could get it to do it, and I could. It was really fun, but yeah, it was rather strange. I'd like this to screw it. I suppose I am at that, yes. Fine, we'll do it the other way around. There's a really cool facility in Windows where you can tell an app to go to a particular sound driver, and that is super helpful for some things, but then you start depending on it and then it starts not working for things, which is super annoying. I'm gonna stick you on chat. There we go. So now if people were to follow, they'd actually hear Sanjin Masta go very happy at you. So there we go. That's all the way up now. Very nice. We're getting there. I'm really happy that I have Braille, so I don't have to like have you hear the chatter of my screen reader while I do all this. That's very helpful. So that's good. Connection sound of that. That looks good. All right, we're good to go. Braille is great. People should be using it more. It's also really helpful for my coding, actually. I would not be able to do the programming I do without Braille. I see people do it with speech only, and I am so amazed that they can do it and not go completely mental. I would not be able to do that. I'm going to quickly check the levels for this.
Thanks so much for following, Firebot. You're awesome.
Yeah, Firebot, you're fucking fantastic. You're great, Firebot. Love you. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, no, the other one was there. It's just going to the wrong place. That's why I did. That's exactly why I did the test. I thought that would happen. Now it's fun. This is a programming stream. I get to do this now. It's actually, I get to tinker around with stuff and have it be completely thematical and do this and tinker and not have it be annoying. I appreciate this. There we go. I'll just put this on app default. There we go. We'll put these things to rest. It's completely fine. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like things is supposed to go completely mental, and I'm expecting things to go mental. See, now this will work because I fixed it, and now you can all hear the massive.
Dingo! Yes.
Thanks so much for following, Firebot.
There you go.
Awesome.
We got it. That's Dingo. Very nice. All right. Well, that's great. We got that to work. Look at that, we debugged it and we solved the problem. This is how these things go in life. And this is also how development often goes. Like I always, like some people who are like learning how to code or like I always make mistakes. I'm like, I've been doing this for 5 years. I keep making mistakes too. It's fine. It's completely normal. It's part of things. I Google every single thing. I have like 4 or 5 references open and I'm going to shamelessly steal from because it's right there and I shouldn't feel ashamed for doing that because literally everybody else does it too. There's literally AI now that you can use. It's called GitHub Copilot. There's literally AI that lets you put Like that lets AI essentially draw from all the code that's out there on the internet to figure out what you were probably trying to do. And then it's going to give you like a, oh, did you mean to do this kind of line? And it's just amazing because it's literally copy paste given AI powers, which is fucking amazing. Just sorting out all the things here. There we go. Much better. Okay. So where we left off before this broke, we were going to use the phone number in order to get our thing to work. See if, see if the sanity check actually works, because we don't know that for sure yet.
Star app.py
I am pretty sure I didn't fuck up, but I might have.
Speech mode off.
That is a good question. I don't know what they're using in the background. It's some other thing, I'm pretty sure. I think they have their own thing. So before we end off the sanity check, actually, there's one more line we need to add. You need to give the response back, otherwise it's going to give you an application error. And the application errors on Twilio are annoying because you have to go into look at the 3 different logs to see what the problem is. So I hope we won't see too many of those. I don't know. Return resp. But we're gonna have to give it a string version of it. There we go. So I broke that entirely. It's okay. Let's turn the speech back on. What I'm doing is return str
object
in row in brackets resp. There we go.
Pool.
Shut the fuck up. Not thread pool.
T.
Oh, I can't type. That's why that's happening. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Risp. SP app dot.
Microsoft's Microsoft, yeah.
Return.
Although, you know, they do like stealing, is that the word? They do like borrowing open source stuff to make their own stuff better and then tell us all how much they love open source. So there's also that. It may not necessarily need to be like an exclusionary
Return blank.
Reason to not do it. Okay, we have our stuff working. Now we need to start our app. I think so, yeah.
VL void OB record the back pipe out get C.
Okay.
C.
What we need to do is set. Maybe it did at that. So we're doing this in the command line window. So if we want to set environment variables, we have to use the set command. We will do that to set Flask app to be app because our file is called app.py. Flask app. Yeah, I did it wrong.
Plus.
Flask app equals app.
C users flory greater.
I'm going to run this now. Flask run dash h 0.0.0.0
0
dash p3000.
O. Star serving Flask app lazy loading star environment production
that broke?
Warning. This is a development server.
Yeah, but it broke.
Blank Twilio.base.exceptions.twilio exception. Credentials are required to create a Twilio client.
You have them.
Raise Twilio exception credentials are required. File C. Users flory app data roaming Python.
Apparently, the credentials are missing. Broke. Okay, let's see. Let's see why it broke.
Respeak. From blank app equals Flask name. App.secret key account sid equals os.
Okay, Twilio SID and Twilio token. So the only thing I can think of is that we didn't set those properly. Let's do that. I'll turn my speech off for that because you people, like I said, do not need to hear them or see them. The magic of OBS means that I can just alt-tab into a window and do it without having people see it. I like this program so much when it works. Set Twilio token to be. When it works, it doesn't always work. And I almost made a fail. And because I have the speech off, you guys are not seeing that. Programming magicianship. We just hide all our errors behind other errors. Sit, Twilio. Twilio SID equals, okay. Here we go. Boop. So that's that one. And then the other one I need to set as well. Schnooks. Errors all the way. Error reception is how I best like to do my programming. It's the best way to do it. Twilio token equals. There we go. Now, let's try this again.
Speech star serving Flask app.
Now it's happy. Look at that. Look at it spinning away. Error-driven. I vote for error-driven development to be more of a thing. This is how it used to work.
Star running on http://192.168.1.95 to 3000. Pest control plus.
You now know my internal IP. If you were to hack my router right now, you would know exactly what computer was doing this. Oh no. Well, that sucks.
See.
Second tool we're going to need is ngrok or ngrok. I actually don't know how to pronounce that, but it's a tool that lets you essentially tunnel a port that you have open to the internet, and then it gives you a URL back that will go to that port, which is really helpful because we're going to need to tell Twilio what webhook we're using. So let's do that. And grok http 30,000. I'm doxing myself in everything. Actually, this is not doxing. Nobody could actually do anything with this information. But yeah, I get your point.
Latency calculate web interface for HTTH.
We get a URL that we can copy out of here.
Space. Copy.
Here we are.
Speech mode on.
Let me go to my Twilio dashboard, set that up in the phone number. Let's see where it is. Should be here somewhere. No. No. Let's see, where did I stick that little thing? That's the mood. Twilio. Yeah. Get started. Okay, let me just bring up a tab, do it real quick. Because I don't already have like millions of tabs open, so one more. What can it really hurt? What can it really harm at this point? What could really go wrong? Really? Like, if I really think about it, what could go wrong? I go to our console. Just going to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. There's a... You can go to your console. There's a view all your numbers, and then you're going to be able to click your number and change the... There's a little window that lets you change the properties for your number. It's not super accessible, but it works well enough so you can get stuff done most of the time. I had to ask them for help once when I was trying to do something that just wouldn't let me do. But overall, it's pretty good. So this bit I can actually show off. There's already a URL in here for the last time I was testing. I'm just going to paste the URL we just got, and we put /test at the end because that's what the route we used. And it's going to give us a problem otherwise. There we go.
Edit read only. Edit read only. Edit HT.
And here's another place where we put it.
Blank.
Okay, /test. We're going to save this down.
Clickable cancel button. Save button.
Clickable. Where is Hans in the garden when we need her?
Button.
All right, that's done.
Button release this.
This should now work technically. So let's go to Skype and call ourselves on our little number that we created. There we go. Just gonna go to Skype. Here's Skype. Let's see. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear the call. Can you hear the call?
Hello, subjects of the crown.
There you go. I could hear that. I hope you could hear that. There we go. So we have a sanity check. We know that Twilio, we know the communication is working. We just put a thing in the program and it actually read it for us. So that's quite nice. Bang. Okay. Had to wait for the drop. Couldn't do that. Okay, so back to the code. What can we do here? We're going to make this a little bit more interesting now, because we can actually like I said, we can gather stuff from the user as well. Not just say things, but we can also take what they say and then do something with that. So let's see if we can make that happen next, because now we have a flow working. We can essentially just do whatever. We just need to change this one line here.
Resp.say hello, subjects of the crown, language equals NGB.
If we take that out.
Resp.say hello, right parent.
Let's see, like, I'm not even going to look
blank.
at the thing. Let's see if we can figure out, just from the type hints, how we need to use this
blank.
gather command. Because I haven't done it before, but let's see what the type hints tell us. Resp.
SP.
I happen to know the verb is called gather, so we can start there. There it is, gather.
Gat. App.py editor has auto.
Shut up.
Input. Any none equals none. Input. Input type Twilio should accept. Create A and LT gather and GT. Element. Param input. Input type Twilio should accept. Param action. Action URL.
Okay, so input.
Input
Put
equals.
type. What we want to
Input
do.
not selected. Input only not selected. Input source not. Input equals app.py editor has auto.
Okay, it's not going to tell us what the input is. Let's actually save this somewhere. We're not saving this, so let's make a variable. Utterance equals resp.gathered input equals speech.
Line feed. Tick.
I'm going to assume that if we say something, speech, is that how it works? Let's test this.
Line feed.
Actually, let's not test this. Let me look at my reference that I have for this
Speech
particular
mode on.
bit, because if we just test this, we'll probably get a application error. Here we have it. So let me look at how they are using gather. Gather. Yep. 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 Gather equals gather. Input equals speech. Okay, I was right about that. Very nice. Language equals NGB. Hints equals, will not do that right now yet. Action equals /gather/ postcode. I don't think we need to set any of this. I just want to gather what people say, because then there should be script postcode gather.say. Okay, and how do we resp.append? Oh, okay, gotcha. Didn't hear any sense to go and check. Okay. Right. Interesting. So we have a thing. I'm actually really curious if this just works as is. So let's just try that. We'll gather. You lurk as much as you like. I'll try. Utterance equals, okay, let's just see if we can have this actually be used in a sentence. So just make a parrot bot at the moment. It's resp.say utterance. I'm going to assume that it's just going to wait for us to speak when it calls us. But if not, I'm going to make a little hello so we know it should be we should be talking to it. Toes, what up? Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm making a bot. I'm making a thing for Twilio, like a phone number that talks back to us and gives flameheart quotes. It's gonna be fun.
Speech.
Resp.say. We'll put our little greeting back.
Message.
Hello.
Hello.
Speak, priest. There we go.
Priest. Right paren. Line feed.
Save that. Let's see what this does, because I'm actually really curious if this will work the way I think it does.
Phone. Cart. G. How. C.
So
120.
we'll need to restart this. I'm pretty sure
C.
you can do this in a way that
Speech mode
has
off.
Flask just reload every time you change it, but I don't know for sure how that works. I'm just not going to do it. Restarting the Flask app. We just did that. So now if we call our number, we should hear something else. Let's see if it works or if it breaks. I think it'll break. Let's see what it does. Call. Hello?
You're sorry. An application error has occurred.
Ha, we broke
Goodbye.
it. Bye. Screw you. Our first error. Our first error is a thing. Okay, great. Okay. So it doesn't quite work the way I thought it would. That's fine. That just means I'm going to do this slightly differently to how I did it before. We're just gonna add all the things. Right? Bye. Like I love the goodbye in the end, particularly. Like I had that a couple times last night. I'm like, bitch, don't give me that sass. Goodbye. It's fucking great. Okay. So let me actually see. Apparently we did a couple things that differently than I did it before. So I'm going to see, maybe I left a couple of things out. I'm going to do it the way that my reference is doing it. Because I think there's a couple of parameters that we are missing. So we have input speech. I'm going to set the speech timeout.
Speech timeout etched app.py.
And we're going to set that to auto. Auto.
Right.
I'm going to set the language.
Goo.
Also, when you're not hearing the speech speak, I'm seeing it in Braille. It is speaking, but I'm just like at a bit of a habit to control that away because it's usually something I've already seen. I'll try not to do that too much, and if I do it, I will explain what it was going to say, but it'll just make it go a little faster. We'll use NUS for this.
Right paren.
What else we got? We got language, we got speech timeout, that's set. We got language, that's set. We got hints. We're skipping the hints for now. I think that's like optional. And then we have action. Actually, don't know exactly what that action does. We may have to dug into the API reference for that one. But let's set it and just have it be the action that we're currently in. Action equals slash
T
test.
Line feed.
All right.
Dot.
Then they don't have the resp say, but they have gather. .say, so I will do that as well.
Dot PSER
utterance.say.
App.py editor has autocomplete multi-line utterance.say utterance.
I completely expect this to fail as well, but if it does fail, we're doing exactly what the example I have is doing, and at that point I'd be happy to look at logs to see why it's doing it.
Its action equals slash gather get postcode B.
Yeah, I did that.
Blank. Number ask for postcode.
This is an example that uses postcodes. We did the gather.say, that's in there, and then resp.append. For some reason, they are appending it to the resp. I will do that as well. I'm not really sure why I'm doing it, but this is Stack Overflow style coding. I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. And then afterwards, I'll figure out why it works. Test-driven development? What is that? Screw that. We're not doing test-driven development right now. Okay. So yeah, that just redirects and that returns the response. And now I want to see, we then check if the caller said anything by checking the speech results. We were, yes, we're sentiment, okay, blah, blah, blah. So let me see how to actually access what was said. Is it correct? Resp equals voice response. Yep. The caller said something. If speech result in request.values. Okay, so that's how that works. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So let's actually do it very similarly to how these guys are doing it. So they take a new action. Right. It's very useful to have. It's a very good thing to teach as well. People should do that more. Like, yeah, it's if you know what you're doing, if you know exactly what you're doing, that is fantastic. You often don't, and that's completely fine. Just go play. I'm literally have no idea how to do what I'm about to go do. I have an idea. I've played with Twilio like once before, and I'm just going to mess with it and see how far I get. And if I get stuck, well, I've had fun, and that's really all that I care about at the moment. So, yeah, I'm just learning as I'm going. I'm having a lot of fun with this. So, interestingly, where is this? Is it correct being used? Looking at the example that I have here. Yeah. Is it in this action? Get postcode. So let's have a look at this example here. Ah!
Blank. Number ask action hint action equals TON quote slash.
So I'm just going to see
Slash gather get postcode B selected.
where this is used.
Copy to find paste.
I don't have
Blank.
I don't have like code search because this is on a web page.
Right paren.
So I'm just
Quote.
going to look for this with, you know, good old NVDA find.
Find error dot
Didn't find it. Well, that's lovely.
line
Remove
feed.
that bit. Oh shoot.
App record.
Yep.
Find
That.
paste. Right paren. Blank. Right paren.
That and that. Everything goes away. We'll move
G A G.
the slash at the
Slash.
beginning. I just want to see where this function is being used.
Find error.
Nowhere. Okay, that's interesting.
Number ask gather dot save.
That's very interesting.
Gather is frame the productive data. Gather is with if as no if no sense blank number if they said something like if
Yeah, this is a bunch of code. Blah blah.
and that's a simple way of gathering a postcode using our separator frame link.
So, in true
Speech
blog
mode
fashion, I actually don't know exactly how we're doing this. This is why I have several references. I'm going to do what I think they're trying to do. And that is just make a function that takes the request and does it that way. So that's going to just do that. Make the action be something else, which we didn't do anything. We just moved that slash test. So I'm going to make that be something else. We're going to make that slash echo. We're going to make a slash echo. Now, obviously, we don't have an echo root, so we're going to make one. And we do that by shamelessly copy and pasting what we did before. These two lines. That's the decorator, the .app.route, and the def function name. And paste those down here.
At app.route slash test methods equals post.
So we just changed test to be echo.
Et
Echo.
blank def test
Yep.
blank
We'll indent this
def
in.
test blank
It's unhappy with me. I'll check why that is in a second.
def test
Oh, because there's already a test method, we need to call this echo as well.
et
Echo.
blank def echo
Now it's happy.
blank def blank
Except about this line, what's the problem? 3 problems.
level 2 error
Unexpected indent. Where?
main
Here?
landmark def echo at app.route blank return str at app dot
I don't see how that's unexpected.
def echo blank
Because there's nothing there.
suggest list final app dot py edit f def f
That's beautiful. So
f
we have a thing now where it gives us a little error noise every time we do something that Python didn't quite expect us to do. And sometimes it's really dumb about it. It's a lot of, yeah, I'm getting to it. So don't get too discouraged when you hear these noises. I'm gonna look at my handy dandy sheet again that I was looking at before.
blank resp else if
Scroll
number
up a little
blank,
bit.
resp equals voice or def gather is it correct b
Gather is it correct is what they're using here. I'm not using that. It's way too long of a name.
app
So-
dot py fire def echo blank
We
def
are going to call this
blank.
thing, and then we're going to
Speech
do
mode
what
off.
they did, was essentially check if there is a speech value in the request that we're sending, which there would be because we're giving it alongside with it. So I will happily gather what they said. Here we go. I just copy pasted what is in my little thing. And we're gathering answer. I don't need this comment.
answer equals request dot values if speech result in request dot values answer equals request dot values speech result
So essentially, if there is a speech values in the request that we're sending
Space.
along with this thing,
space
set it to be answer, and then
blank if def echo
we actually forgot a line.
Space.
We need to make another voice response object here.
if speech result def e x e o left right colon line feed
Resp equals.
sp
Was it voice
app dot
response? Yeah, voice response. There it
OSR,
is.
app dot
Whoop. And now we can say
if speak answer blank blank. Line feed. Line feed.
We need to indent.
V,
Oh,
app dot v space.
I cannot type. We need to make a one indent, otherwise it's gonna make it very angry. And we will do resp dot say answer.
Say. Swear. App dot py editor.
Let's say swear.
Answer. Resp dot say answer. Resp.
There you go. That's what it said. Okay. Let me look this over. See if there's any mistakes. Python thinks it's not fine. There is 2 problems. Let's see. Unexpected indentation.
Main landmark. App dot py space. Line feed.
Yeah, that's actually indented one too far. So
Space.
there we go. Fixed. Anything else?
No problems have been detected in the workspace.
Awesome. Python thinks it's fine. Let's see if Twilio thinks it's fine.
At app blank blank. Return str risp. Risp dot append utterance.
Yep.
Utterance dot say utterance.
This looks good. Oh, we need to take this run out actually. There we go.
Blank utterance equals risp dot.
So now we're pretty much doing exactly what my example is doing. Let's see if they like it. Just, you know, http:/gat// king bull. I mean, STD is funny in itself because I would honestly say that C++ might very well give you one of those if you're too long with it. Oh, but let's see here.
Respeak. Def test.
Save this.
At app.
We got the test here. We got the echo here. This looks fine to me. Let's see if Twilio likes it.
Recognizing look star on Skype. C 127.0 bottom blank. C.
And if it doesn't, we can look at the error logs and see what the problem was. But
C,
I think we're pretty close.
Star serving Flask app.
Yup.
App recognizing location with star on.
All right.
Speech mode off.
Turn this off. I think we should be able to call it now. Let's see if we get an application error.
Hello. Speak. Priest.
Hello. How you doing? Hello. 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 And hung up on me. All right. So we're halfway there. Let me see in the logs what actually happened because apparently it did get us to the part where it said the first thing. It said it in the wrong language for some reason, but it did say it. For some reason it thinks I'm German. I think it was German.
127.0.0.110/June/2022 and 22 seconds post/test http/star running on HT bottom.
Okay, so it didn't redirect to the second thing for some reason. Interesting. May it not hear me? Is that the problem? Is it not picking up my microphone?
Skype.
Let me try this for my actual phone. Oh, my phone is not here. Never mind, can't do that. Let me check my Skype stuff. Let me check my Skype stuff real quick. Just to make sure that that's not the problem, because it's going to be a problem every single time. We're going to call our good friend Echo123. How's that? It's been a while since we checked in with her. Let's see if it's going to let us. Can you not do that anyway? Does this still let you do call to? Call to Echo123. How do you want to open this? Skype? Call. Nope. Okay, it doesn't let you do. Skype to Echo123. Is that still a thing you can do? I know this was in ancient times. You'll need to open new. Okay, no, it doesn't let you do that anymore. That's a shame. That was super helpful for these kinds of things. Now I need to actually go find the thing. It's fine. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Let's see. New chat. No. Calls. There we go. New call. Yeah. People, groups, and messages. Okay. Dial pad. No. I want to call an actual Skype person. Echo. Sound test. There we are. Call. Call free on Skype. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Skype call
Oh,
testing
I haven't
service.
heard you in
After the
years.
beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
Hello. How you doing? Can you hear me actually? Because I don't think you can. And if you can, then my code is broken. How you doing? Can you hear me actually? Because I don't think you can. And if you can, then my code is broken. Okay. Well, we isolated the problem to be my code and not Skype. Very good. This is all part of debugging when you work with the phone. It's fun. All right. Awesome. So let's see what I misunderstand then. Okay, save speech results and request.values. Let me look at the other guide I have open to see if I'm just misunderstanding how gather works. Let's see, where is it? Where did I stack it? Where did I stick it? Here. All right, let's see. No, not that one. No, not that one. Is this one? Speak Recognition API. Let's actually have a look at the API documentation. Usually Twilio's documentation is actually quite nice. It's quite helpful a lot of the time. Let's see what they want us to do here. Firefox. I would seriously appreciate it if you start working. I know it's a big ask, but do it. Anyway. There we go. Your choices regarding cookies. Oh, I maybe did have the right thing open. And hang on.
View require detail, submit, accept all.
Whatever.
Building an interact. Link close.
Yeah, this is the actual thing I wanted. Let's have a look.
Speech mode on.
How are you guys using Gather? Oh. You have successfully updated your cookie settings. Fuck off. Welcome to Europe. You'll get this every single site you go to, and it's painfully annoying. It's supposed to, like, further privacy and everything, but it's just really annoying. Action is reverse. Okay, action reverse. Choose movie. Yeah, okay. Welcome to movie info. Okay, how do you guys do this? You make a voice response, you say something, then you do with gather. Action is that. Finish on pound, timeout equals 0. Oh, this is very involved, way more involved than I intend to go for. Yeah, press the enter digit. This is a very involved EV-IVR system that's a bit more involved than what we want to do. How are we going to do this? Create a voice response object and using the grid. Also use a new tool called gather. Gather to access input from the user. To control how the input will be gathered from the user, you provided the following attributes. Let's see what they'll do. Finish on key. What key indicates that the user has finished entering digits? We're not entering digits though. Okay.
List number of digits. Key number.
Actually, really quickly read this for myself. That'll just make it a lot faster. Yeah, how long for the 20 seconds? That's a. Alright, we got this action, we got this. Please push save quickly scrolling through it with Braille as well, which is super helpful. Action is slash movie slash choose movie. Yeah, finish on key is that, time is that, and this is the game. So. And I want to see what that. Okay. Post get digits. What we really need is to see what that request that's coming in looks like. Did I not restart Python? I should have. Yeah, okay. This is, like I said, way too involved for what we want to do. Refreshed in this page. Maybe this is a bit more. Let me quickly get like the Twilio gather API reference, because I'm pretty sure I'm doing this the way they want me to, and it's not giving us the chance to do it. I'm not sure why. So this is where we start detectiving. Twilio back. Here we go. Let me first, actually, before we do that, and I can show that off again. Let me first fix so we don't get a German prompt for some reason. I don't know why that's the default. I guess it thinks I'm in the Netherlands, so therefore the closest thing they can think of is to use German. A lot of people seem to think that way. It's very annoying, but that's apparently what we're doing. So sure, why not? Put this back here. Let's fix
how to app.py
that particular problem first. So
def test resp equals voice response resp say hello.
For some reason, we didn't set the language on this one, and for example, it went for a strange default. So let's fix that by explicitly setting what we want this to be in. We'll use US works for this. Language equals and US. There we go. Visual Studio Code neatly completes the quote that I entered while I was doing that. So that's nice.
Speech mode on.
Now let's see what I'm supposed to do here. You can use the Twimls gather command to collect digits or transcribe speech during a call. Yeah, I got that. The following example shows the most basic use of GAT. Basic. I like basic. I like basic. You can always send Twilio plain Twiml or helper libraries to add. Yeah, okay. I got that. Simple gather. Yeah. Toggle to your preferred programming language or view. Oh. That's nice. Can I set this to Python? Nice. Let's see what this has to say to us.
Clickable. /risk. You can always send Twilio plain TwiML or leverage the helper libraries to add TwiML to your web.
Yeah, well, we're using Python.
Application. Clickable heading level 4 link simple gather greater. Toggle to your preferred programming language or view the raw TwiML to see how the libraries and TwiML syntax differ.
So this is cool.
Execute.
This gives us really interesting documentation. It lets us like pick the language we're using. That's not something you're going to get everywhere, and it's really nice that these guys are doing it.
Will enter digits on their keep list with 2 items bullet. The caller enters digits followed by a number symbol or 5 seconds of silence. Digits in a post bullet. The caller doesn't enter any digits in 5 seconds. Out of list by nesting link less say greater or link less play greater and your less gather greater. You can read some text or play music for your caller.
Yeah.
While waiting for their heading level 2 link less gather greater at less gather greater supports the following attributes that change its behavior.
All right.
Attribute name.
Let's see what we got. We got allowed values and default values for these things. Action, current document URL, default. Okay, so the default, if we leave that blank, is just where we currently are. Finish on key. Okay, and we can do that. We don't really need that for this particular thing. So, yeah, hints, we'll leave that blank because that's nothing by default. That's fine. Input, we can set that to DTMF speech or DTMF and speech. It's set to DTMF by default. We set that to speech, so that's fine. We're good there. We set the language tag. We set the method, get or post. I will actually add that to be post. Oh, is that post by default? Yeah, it is. Okay, I don't need to do that then. Okay. Partial result callback. We don't really care about that. We have a profanity filter because of course there's a profanity filter. You f***ing thing, you f***ing... Yeah, we have that. So that's helpful for if people want to curse on your line. It's on by default, actually, so let's turn that off later. Speech timeout. Positive integer to auto timeout attribute value. Okay, this... it does not set it to a default. Okay, we should probably fix that at some point then. Speech model. Default numbers and commands, phone call. Okay, so it sets to default, that's fine. Enhance will let you do something. I'm not sure exactly what, doesn't explain to it. Action on empty results, something you can set explicitly. Gotcha. Can I set this to be Python? That would be a little easier. Python quick start, no. No. I just wanna... we can set this to Python. There we go. Now my stuff will look like Python code, which will make this a little easier because that's what we're using. There we go. Response.gather. Yep. Oh, this is so much better. So we can do literally what I was going to do at first. Okay, let's make this a whole lot easier then. Let's make this a whole bunch easier. We can apparently just literally print out the response after we're done. So I'm going to do that and see what that does. I'm going to remove the action attribute.
Space.
Very nice. Speech timeout equals, let's set that to an actual number. Let's set that to like 5. There we go. Language is US. Yep, looks good.
Depend utterance.
I'm just gonna like have it try to say whatever we said. Utterance. There we go. Press.say utterance.
Return str.
Let's see what this does. I'm really curious if this will actually let us do anything. I don't think it will, but let's just give it a try. We're going to go back to our number here and give it a call. After we restart Python, of course, because otherwise our
speech mode B
thing will not actually do anything. Yeah. Restart that up again, turn that off, and then press this button here, and off we go. Skype. Do the one thing you're useful for.
Sorry, an application error has occurred.
Oh no,
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You did it wrong. Did we get an error in our logs here?
127.0.0.110/June/2022 17:16 and 38 post/test http/1.1500.
We got an internal server error.
Type error. Cannot serialize less twilio.twiml.voice response.gather object at 0x000019f70cf 1510 greater. Type gather.
Okay.
Raise type error. File C. Program file.
Interesting. What if we make the thing into a string?
Skype. Recognizing app.py.
Let's make the thing into a string.
Blank. Resp.say utterance. ETTU. SDR. Object. Right paren. Skype. Recognize. C.
This will probably make it spit code at us, but it'll do something at least. There we go. Try it again.
Skype. A call from Florian. Audio call button. Speech mode off.
Hello. Speak. Priest.
Why are you still in German? And why don't you respond to me, you rude thing? Bye. You're about to hang up on me, aren't you?
Hello. Speak. Priest.
I did that already. You're just not listening to me. Hi. How you doing? What's happening?
Hello.
Okay, it's clearly not working quite the way we wanted it yet, but it's not hanging up on us at least. Let's see what's going on. Where's that speech coming from? Language equals US. It's still giving us the German one though for some reason. I mean, that sounds German to me. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds German to me. Should I use GB instead? I know that worked. That worked before. So let's set it to that. Now, how are we gonna get... Is it Danish? Interesting. I do not know. So we're trying to have it say the utterance. Apparently it's not receiving the utterance, so there is something interesting happening. Interesting. Kill it. If this doesn't work now, I'm just going to look up a thing where it shows us how we can echo what the user said back to themselves and then see if we can follow that. This is how we build stuff up from the ground up. Is it English now at least?
Hilo. Speak.
Hilo. It is Danish, I'm pretty sure. Why is it Danish? Interesting. Let's turn our attention to the Googles. Twilio, repeat what the user said. Stack Overflow, be my help. Reddit, be my help. Anything, be my help. Twilio repeats. No, that's a loop. That's not what I'm looking for. The world of Twiml verbs. Twilio best practices, blah, blah, blah. The say verb, the loop attribute is supported. It works to accept the... Okay. Gathering user input. Gathering... Let's read this. See what this has to say to us.
Clickable link button sign.
Yeah.
No next out of list we use link cookie. The quality of those services. Out list. No next heading out before you continue to YouTube heading left.
YouTube. I don't want YouTube, guys.
Speech mode off.
I don't want what's your boy doing and then give us a whole like spiel about his YouTube channel before we can figure out how this works. There's one simple option for a Twilio autoresponder for art. See, the saver specified a voice to use. Okay. Yeah, I know that. What does this do? The stuck in this gather loop. Let's see if this has something that we want to use for our things. Because if we want to like respond to user input and have it play certain things depending on what they said, we're gonna have to get this working first. This may turn out to be a multi-stream project if I can't figure this out, but that's fine. Verb to collect is transcribe. Yeah, okay. Let me just skip through a couple examples here. Set it back to Python so I can see it in the code we're actually using. There we go. Right, so we got a gather attribute, we got action, we got complex gather with actions, method and nested say. This is raw. Finish on key, hints, input, gather speech. The language attribute specifies the language Spiller should recognize from, yeah. This value defaults to NUS, but can be set. Okay, guys, just didn't even need to set that then. Okay.
Link the full list dot. Link back to attributes. Heading level 3 link method.
I know what these
no
do.
Next other verbs. Link troubleshooting link. No next heading out. A few common problems users face when work. Solution. Check to ensure your application is not responding to the link action URL with an HTTP3XX. Problem. Twilio does not send the digits parameter to your less gather greater digits signal. Use compressed bandwidth. Conserve.
Yeah.
If you encounter heading level 3 link language appendix. No next graphic click. No next heading. No next heading. Speech mode on.
I saw a thing before that I'm not seeing now. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, so this is one of the code examples. This is a very strange way to show code files. Gather.say, enter something and don't respond. Okay, yeah. Respond to redirect. process gather. This is in PHP for some strange reason. I want this to be in Python, please. Python. From Twilio, yeah. We got gather, redirect, voice response, and say. We got all that stuff. Gather. Enter something or not. Response to depend gather. So, okay, we do want to do the response gather. This is their own doc, so I'll trust them over some random blog article. We'll get rid of this line that we were doing before. We will put our action back to where we had it before. I'm going to actually remove this and have it be on the gather. I just removed our first hello speak priest. And I'm going to just put that on the utterance like we were doing before. And we'll set the action as well. Back to what we had it before, to our echo. See if that makes it work. Action equals /echo. Here we go. That's set. And then we will utterance.say hello speak priest. I don't know why that's an IT ground reference that's stuck in my head. So we'll just use that as the utterance, that's fine. Then we do resp.append utterance, which will will add it to the return that we're returning for this function. Where is this being called? From Flask, I'm guessing. So that should be fine. This echo thing looks fine. Let's have a look what else we got going on in this example here. Response.redirect. Okay, we are not doing that at the moment, so let's do that. That may very well be the missing link. I assumed that sticking the action in there would redirect it by itself, but I don't think it's doing that. So let's redirect by ourselves. Yeah. And do we not need to return at that point? Apparently we don't. Interesting. Learning all sorts of really cool things while we're doing this. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, we get a response here that tells us what it would look like. Very nice. But it's not giving us what we should be seeing, which is actually kind of funny because it gives us all the code we should be writing, but it doesn't show us what the return value should look like from a Python perspective, which is a shame because it did that, it would make this a lot easier. And I don't really want to PDB this, if I can help it. But I will if I have to. Let's look at this again. Return. We'll not return. We'll do exactly what these people are doing as well. I'm assuming that's going to give us an error, but that doesn't matter. Up, 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 up. Indent that to the right place. Oh dear. I just fell for the NVDA Braille bug.
Speech mode talk response E. Right E. Line fee R. Response dot space.
Now it's fine.
Line fee R.
So if you use Braille as the
mode
coder and you're blind, turn off, what is it? Fill as much space as you can on the Braille display or something like that. Because it messes with things. Obviously, we need to change the example because we're not using PHP.
Speech mode talk at app.routes blank response E.
Response to redirect. It's not echo.php blah blah blah.
P.
But just, oh my freaking
Blank.
lord. Let me turn that setting off myself
Speech
real
mode
quick
off.
because it's doing me in. It's doing me head in. It's doing me head in. Expand to, no, that's not it. Where is it? No. 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 Avoid splitting words when possible. Yeah, turn that off. That's the thing that's doing it. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Where are we? Where's my cursor? Here. Okay, let's go back. Going to remove all this stuff here. Let's get like a whole path that's in our code sample that we don't want. So I'm clearing that out and I'm going to put our /echo in there. /echo.
Blank. Response dot redirect /echo method equals get. Dot append response dot redirect.
We'll make resp instead of response, and now we have it the way we want it to be. We'll return the response just in case.
R ESP app.py editor has auto.
And now we do what they do.
Blank.
Let's restart Python again.
C star serving Flask app.
Oh, now it doesn't even like it.
Syntax.
Go for it.
C syntax. Utterance. Syntax error. Invalid syntax.
Oh.
Utterance equals res.gather input equals speech. File C. Users flory app.py. Line 17.
Let's see what's happening in line 17.
Showing 3 problem error generated by comments.
Expected expression at line 17.
Main landmark. App.py editor comma. Space. Comma. Quote. Space.
We have 2 commas. That's the problem. All right.
C.
Bring the server back, please.
Star
Python.
serving.
Thank you. All right. Let's see what we can do here.
Recognizing located G4.
Let's try this again. I'm going to call it. I don't want to give a quality fucking Skype. All right.
A call audio call button.
Let's call them. I'm going to get an error, but that's fine. Let's see what happens. Hello.
Speak.
You speak. Hello. 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 What's going on?
Hello.
I do wonder why it doesn't seem to be picking up that we're changing things at all.
Speak version region Europe latency 9 web interface forward blank 15 connections TTL 15 blank post slash blank.
Yeah, it sounds German or Danish.
Post
Not sure
blank.
what it's doing.
Post slash test 500 internal server error
You know what?
blank. C U
I'm wondering if
grok
NG-Rock is fucking us.
account Zersha up version region latency calc web interface forward R double A R N G space H start mark T T S E N G R space.
Let me just really quickly make sure that's not what's happening, because that would be stupid. It's been up for a while, so I'm wondering if that's what it's trying to like choke on at the moment. I have the tab open, so it's really easy to fix. If NVDA doesn't jump me all over the universe except in the right direction. There we go. Here we are. Paste this in here. Bloop. And here as well. We'll put this on test, and we'll also put this on test. Save. Okay. Let's give this another roll. See what it does now. Skype.
Hello. Speak. Please.
Okay, no, that did not fix it. Appreciate it, man. It's super like awesome that you join in, and have a good day today. I know this is not everyone's cup of tea. This is something I just enjoy doing on like now and again. But yeah, this is fun. Also, talking to this bot at the mean, this is not gonna do anything to me, so it's fine. Bye, toes. Listen to that phone hum.
Speak.
Hey, you're interrupting my phone hum. I was like listening to that. I was like getting all relaxed and vibed out by that, and then you go, hello, speak. No.
Speech
You
mode
speak
B.
when spoken to, you
Speech
thing.
mode off.
Well, you were technically spoken to, so in that sense, I guess you were doing right. Oh well. It's really funny. I just literally am not understanding how this works. Let me look at the sample somewhere. Yeah. Example from response. Yeah, well, I get how the response works. Yeah, like one of these, like just deep breather calls where it's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is not the sample I'm looking for. Let's go to the next sample. Maybe it teaches us more. From Twilio. Yeah, this is helpful. Oh, well, that's great, I guess. Can I somehow tell it to you? Let's see.
TweML trademark clickable simple less gather greater attribute.
You have fun lurking.
Action link head clickable
I'll go back to messing with this complex gather with action. Let's see if this teaches us more.
link from link gather 2.6 from twilio.twiml.
Yeah.
Response equals voice response. Speech mode off.
You're welcome. Yeah, does it actually redirect, I wonder? Let's have a look-see at the logs to see if we're even touching our second endpoint, because I don't think we are.
Session status online. Session status online. Account up. Web int for connections TT 400.0.10.0.31.0.32.
Helpful.
Blank HTTP requests. Blank post/echo 500 internal server error. Post/test 200.
Oh, interesting. So we got somewhere. Echo got touched.
Tweet phone number. The bat C.
So what's happening in Echo?
120 type error. The view function for Echo did not return a valid response. The function either returned none or ended without a return state.
I'm dumb.
Tweet Skype phone number. The battle app.py. Return str blank at app.def echo. Resp equals voice or if speech answer equals requested. Resp.say answer. Resp.say answer blank. Return app.py.
Okay,
Speech
well,
mode off.
if you have capital letters in NVDA and use that voice, that happens. You get chipmunk speech. Very nice. Very helpful. Let's have a look. Let's have a wonderful look here. I know what the error is. I can fix it. This at least. Let's see if that makes it work. Not in caps. Why are you doing it in caps? Turn off the caps lock and get off the crack. But I shall shove a pizza up your nose. Here we go. Interesting anatomical image there. Pizza up one's nostrils. Yeah. All right, let's have a look here. Okay, fix that mistake. Let's restart this up and then see what it does now. It's actually behaving mostly. Oop, starting that up again. Still not using the right language for the speech, but at least this should like do something. Let's try.
Hello. Speak. Priest.
Hello, 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 hello. 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 Ground control to Major Tom. Hello. No? Alright.
Speak 120. Name error. Name response is not defined.
Now look at that. We're getting useful information back from Python. That's new. Return response. There is no response. You're quite correct. You're quite correct. I'm dumb. We already established that. I realize, but it is just being proven over and over and over today. Come on.
Star serving.
All right.
A call audio. Speech mode.
Try this again.
Hello. Speak. Priest.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. No? Alright. Off to the next error. What's up?
Speech 120 star running on 1 blank 127.0.0.110/June/2022 17:40 and 46 seconds post /echo http/1.1200 blank bottom.
Okay, so it did. No error happened. That's good.
Speech mode off.
We're getting places. We are just not seeing the answer. So I'm going to print the answer so I can see in my log what it's trying to do. Recipes voice response, yep. Echo. Answer is request.values. Speech result, right. Let's print the answer in the log. Print. You said. Plus answer. Very old school Python, I realize, but I just want to see what the thing thinks I'm saying. Go. Alright. Restart that. Try it again. Here we go. Debugging 1980s style.
Hello. Speak. Priest.
Hello. What you doing? Major Tom speaking. I want to get out from this tin can now, if possible. Hello? No. Alright. Hanging up. Let's see what we got in the logs.
Speak 1. You said, hello, what you doing? Made you told him speaking. I wanted to get out from this sink and now if possible.
Okay, well that's close enough to what I said. But why isn't it saying it?
Blank.
Very interesting.
127.0.0.110/June/2022 17:42 and 13 seconds post /echo ht blank 127.0.0.110/June/2022 17:41 and 59 seconds post /test http.
Okay, but that's coming from there. That's weird.
Print answer if speech result resp equals def echo. If print you said plus resp.say answer print you said resp.say answer.
It's just not saying it. That is interesting. Why not? It's hearing me, and it's even sending it to the right place, but it's not saying it.
Answer equals request.values speech.
Very interesting.
Return str risk. Print you said plus answer. ESP app.py. Return str. Return resp.redirect / return str resp.append utterance. Return str risp. Blank.
Let's see what XML this thing is giving back.
5:43.
I think I'm about to finish this up here, but I do want to see why it's breaking. So I'm going to echo out the response to my terminal so I can
Audio.
see what Twilio is
mode off.
receiving, which I currently cannot see, so I'll fix that up. Restart this again. I want to see what it's doing.
Hello. Speak. Priest.
Hello.
Speak. C. Doc. C. C.
Hello, Major Tom. Hello.
127. Blank.
Is this when you say something
You
back?
say,
Hello,
hello,
Mark.
mate.
You
You told
told
him
him
hello.
hello.
Less XML version
Oh,
equals
look, it's doing it. It's literally just in the wrong voice, but it's doing it.
speech mode. Speech. Sky.
Let's see if we can figure out why. Why it's doing the wrong voice.
C. Speech mode off.
It's did something. It responded to me somehow. I just was too impatient last time. All right. Let's make the timeout a bit shorter then. We're getting places now. Responds the gather. Input speech. Speech timeout equals 5. We'll make that 2. It did. It's for some reason using Danish, and I don't know why. Because I'm setting language explicitly, and it's just going to Danish.
Speech right paren o a e e n o a t x s comma.
I'll follow the
Space.
hints exactly. See if that...
L. Suggest list. L not selected one. Language equals A. App.py editor has autocomplete multi. EAQ.
English US. Why is it using fucking Danish? This isn't even a Danish number. I am not calling from Denmark, and yet it insists on Danish.
Resp equals
Super interesting, but also weird.
def test. Utterance dots. Right paren.
I'm gonna set languages on all
Right
the
paren.
things.
Age. N. B. G. Dick. N. E. Dick. E.
It says tick, but it really sounds like it's saying...
Resp dot append utter.
I don't know why that is.
Utterance dot say. Resp dot redirect slash echo. Method equals get.
Why is it using get? Just post instead.
Space. P E R left paren R. Resp dot redirect slash.
Yep. It's still funny. Why does it do that? Oh, vocalizer. No, this is even doesn't even vocalize. It's Ivona.
Return
Ivona through the MVDA SAPI support
blank
thing.
at app dot route slash echo.
This is not getting anything about Danish. No.
Resp equals voice response.
Yep.
Speech result.
Huh?
Answer equals request dot val.
Yep.
Resp dot say answer. R right paren. Andy watch language. Any none equals none language. Message.
Okay. NGB.
B G N E quote
Make sure it's wrapped in dicks.
quote. Dick E N G, quote right paren.
Yeah, wrapping it
quote
in all the dick.
dick
Yeah,
Right.
dick.
dick.
All right.
Print you said plus answer. Print risp. Return str risp.
Okay. I have my
Return
debugs in
ST
place.
Speech mode off.
Let's go. It broke. What's up?
Syntax error. Invalid syntax. Perhaps you forgot a comma.
If you think you know better, Python, you can take over any fucking minute now.
Syntax error. Utterance equals resp dot gather input equals file C. Users flory app.py. Line 17.
That's
App dot-
blast hit line 17 again.
Go.
What happened? Let me quickly look. Speech timeout. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I see what the problem is.
Space. Action.
Here. If you know there's a comma missing,
See.
Python, maybe add it yourself, you fuck.
Speech mode off.
You were wrong. You were not actually, like, wrong in this case. Sometimes you are, but... Computer's telling me what to do. I hate it with the passion. Let's try this again. Skype.
Hello. Speak, priest.
Hello. How are you doing, Major Tom? I'm bored.
Hello. How you doing? Mike, you tell I am bored.
Close enough. Close enough. Close enough. We're getting places. We're getting places. Now, before we end off for today, because I'm getting a little tired, and I want to get some serious progress in before we stop. This is also going to go on GitHub, by the way. I don't have a GitHub command yet, but it's just github.com/mytwitchname. This script's going to go up there. Obviously, you'll have to put in your own Twilio details, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have at least one of the flameheart quotes that we have, the never. We're going to have that play if he sees the word help. Or at least I'm going to try to have that happen. Maybe we can expand that later to say, you know, never when we ask him to help us save Golden Sands. Which one, by the way? Yeah! Let's see. I hope not. I don't want Danish hackers in my system. I don't want Go bye! I don't want Danish stuff in my system. Let's see. This is when Addo comes in. Okay. Let's see. Let's have a look here. Okay, so we have the thing. We actually got quite a bit of progress done. We got a little like lull in the beginning there where we didn't know what's happening, but we got some pretty nice progress. We have it up to the point where we can say something and it redirects it to a different place where it then checks what was said and repeats it. So we have access to the utterance, which means we can scan it for words. This is actually like half of what I wanted to get done today. And I'm honestly happy with the progress. Like, we will probably finish this up in one more stream, probably next week on Friday or whatever. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll space them out a bit more. I'll have to see. Anyway, we have answer. We have answer in our echo function here.
Speech mode answer equals request dot value resp dot say answer language equals NGB.
So what we would want at this point is an if.
Blank.
But an if in, which is a Python way to say if this includes something, return true. So what we want to do in this case is we're going to need
speech mode off.
The link to the word to the sample that I have for that flameheart quote, which I will grab. Flameheart never.mp3, there it is. Copy. There you go. Yep, got the link. Need to change the link a bit because Dropbox are dicks. And this wouldn't work otherwise. We need to change the www to DL. We need to make dropbox.com dropboxusercontent.com. And then remove the question mark DL equals blah from the end, and we're done. We have a direct link to the MP3 file. It's a very useful thing to be able to do if you're ever wanting to send like a Dropbox link to your Echo or your Google or whatever. This is how you do it. So I have cleaned up the link. I will put that on my clipboard because I'm going to need it in a second. Okay. Let's see. We need to check for the word help. So we do if. What is the quote? What is the syntax for this? If help in answer resp dot play quote link. And that should actually be it. This isn't... Once you have this, the scaffolding and the frameworks in place, We should be fine. This should work. Unless we get a syntax error. Do we get syntax error? Python's happy with it in my Visual Studio at least. I'll turn the speech back on.
C, U, star on C, Windows.
I have developer mode on Windows on, so I see all the paths to all the things, which actually is somewhat unhelpful sometimes, but it can help for certain things.
Blank.
We need to kill this because we need to restart this. This is the logging window of the Flask app.
C, user.
We're restarting it.
Star serving Flask app. Lazy loading. Star.
Yeah, your mom. Let's see.
App star on type C, Skype.
Let's murder the music for a bit. Get this it's quiet for a bit.
A call off. Speech mode off.
First try a call without the word help in it.
Hello. Speak, priest.
I am a priest and I like digging holes. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. I am also a dwarf and I like digging a hole.
I am a priest and I like digging holes. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. I am also a dwarf and I like digging a hole.
Good enough.
Hello. Speak, priest.
Flameheart, will you help us save Golden Sands?
Sweetheart, will you help us save Golden Sands?
I said Flameheart. I thought I said Sweetheart. I'll take it. I'll take it. And the never played, which was almost impossible to understand, but it did say never. And it played that little clip. So with that, I'm ending the stream on a high note. We got it working. We have our first Flameheart quote playing, and we have TTS going back and forth. I am happy. This is great. And I'm going to see if I can send you people somewhere, because this has been fun. So much thanks for all the people that were with me in this admittedly somewhat more passive, less interactive stream. This is a thing that I really enjoy doing outside of gaming. And I definitely do intend to return to this next time, which will probably be on a Friday, because Friday appears to be the day where we do these geekery things. There will be more hacking, coding, and all sorts of other fun things as we do that. Let's swing the music back while I do this, actually. Music! Music! There we go. So yeah, we have progress. This will go on GitHub, like I said. And this was fun. I had a lot of fun with this. I'm smiling. And that's good. This is why I do it. This is the community engagement, but also just the stuff. And sharing the successes together is the fun part of this whole thing. I'm looking at my dashboard to see who I can raid into. Seeing if I have anyone. Sort of a strange time to do this, I've found. A lot of people don't really do much at this point, but let's have a look here. If I don't, I guess we'll run the random Wheel of Fortune, whatever. We got... let's see what we got. We got Pokemon, we got Sea of Thieves, and we got Golf with Your Friends. All right. We have been doing some Flamehearty stuff. And this is a person I enjoy watching myself. So we are going to go look at a dude called Drew. He's streaming Sea of Thieves. The Sea of Civs. Yes, that's what we're doing. The Sea of Civs is what he's doing. And given we were doing a character from that show, it only makes sense to have it work. Let's have a look. Start raid. It's selected. I'm going to press the button. No, I'm not, actually. Because I always forget this. I'm a first go to his channel, and then I'm going to press the button. Because otherwise, what will happen is I'll raid, and I'll come in and not be able to see my own raid because an ad plays, or the thing is muted, or some other thing happens that makes the entire thing break. I'm going to break it. I'm doing it. I'm checking his channel. Let's see if he's still there, actually. Hope he's not, like, literally moving out as we speak. There we go. Yep, there's an ad. It's fantastic. So, I'm glad I'm doing this. Oh, you can hear that shit. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. I'm going to send you off to Drew. This was a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next one. Next week's a couple of games we have on the docket. A couple new ones we haven't tried before. Maybe a Factorio. Maybe some other things that are on the docket that I haven't looked into yet. Fighting games will feature more for sure. World of Warcraft, of course. Hearthstone. All the things. Keep watching, keep grooving. Bye.
Sword of the Damned, like Alliance stack going, and we got 3 Ancient Skellies on the Sword of the Damned. I guess just because every ship on the survey is there.
Got to be someone's, isn't it? At that point.
Wait, it didn't?
Yes, thank you so very much for the raid. Well